Welcome back. If you're just joining, it's Trending O'Clock, and you know how we do it right here on Trending. We'll talk about all the trending issues on the internet and, of course, give our opinions about them. I am Mercy Erabo, and you know I am never alone in the studio, especially when it's trending. Yes, who will be joining us today? Mr. Michael Gubadia. Thank you for always joining me on Trending.
It's always interesting and a honor to also be a part of it.
Thank you so much. So what's trending today? Let's start with some big news shaking up the education space in Nigeria. The federal government has announced a major overhaul of admission requirements into tertiary institutions across the country. And it's all about expanding access to higher institutions. According to a statement released on Tuesday by Bariwo Folashade, Director of Press and Public Relations at the Federal Ministry of Education, the new policy is set to make it easier for more students to gain admission and pursue their academic dreams. Mathematics is no longer a compulsory requirement for arts students. This could mean big changes for how students get into universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education. Mr. Michael, what do you think about this move by the federal government? Is it a welcome change for you?
Well, for me, it is long overdue.
Yeah.
Because it really doesn't make any sense. Maths and art is quite different, except you want to teach us how to calculate our money when we are right there in the entertainment industry. But apart from that, in all honesty, you know, we've had countless students that are art inclined always suffer on account of not having the requirement as it concerns maths.
Maths matters.
This is all like they said, is to boost further admission. As of present, we have almost 700,000 annual students being admitted into our tertiary institutions. But if this really comes to play, they are thinking of increasing to 1 million. So they do understand the effect this has had long term as it concerns admission of students, especially those wanting to read art. You know, art is more like saying how you feel.
Yeah.
It's a feeling of expression. But mathematics is you trying to get that knowledge and sticking with the fundamentals. So it's quite two different subjects, and this is a welcome development.
Mathematics for art students is just like forcing yourself into a place that you do not belong. That's what I feel, because mathematics and art students, I know Mr. Michael said in the morning that his neighbor's daughter will be happy with this sharing news. Well, I really wish this was coming during my time, but sadly it's not. We actually did mathematics, and we fought so hard to make sure we could secure a credit on mathematics. Well, this is a good one from the federal government to art students. This is a cherry news for art students.
And do you know many students on account of not getting marks has sat down
many years to just keep resitting for these exams.
This will indeed help all of those ones that feel deprived over the years to also gain admission.
Yeah, so it's a good news. Yeah, good news for students. Well, we're keeping an eye on the story, and as more details unfold, but for now, it's definitely a step towards a more inclusive educational system in Nigeria. So away from that, I saw this viral video of a woman crying out for help after her husband reportedly took away their 5 children, the youngest just 3 years and the oldest 13 years. According to her, she's been left devastated and is appealing to authorities and the public to step in and help her reunite with her children. Well, let's see the footage.
Everybody, please help me. Help me retrieve my children from Emeka. I beg you all in the name of God, help me retrieve my children from Emeka. Please, I'm begging. Very dark man, please come to my aid. My last baby is 3 years old. My first child is 13 years old. He carried them all to his village, 5 children at once. I don't even know his village. His people, his mother is here. His siblings are here. I don't know who he carried them to go and give in the village. I am here. I did not say I cannot train my children. Leave them with me. I was in Benin with them. I was working. I was taking care of them. He said we should come down to Lagos so that we'll be close to him. He will be able to take care of them. Marriage is not by force. Marriage that want to take my life. I tried 12 good years of my life I spent in his house, receiving beating, receiving all manner of all manner of ill treatment. When I complained to his family, they will tell me I should manage him. To the extent his mother told me that that's the way his own father treated him as well, that I have to endure.
Cases like this raise deep questions about family rights, custody battles, emotional toll that these cases put on the children especially, because they say when two elephants fight, the grass will suffer it. And I feel really bad that the children, the innocent children, happen to be in the midst of all of this chaos. Mr. Michael, what's your thoughts on
Well,
situations
our
like this?
laws are there to deal with these issues.
Yeah.
Yes, it gives the mother every right to have the child in a specific number of years,
Yeah.
especially when they are that young.
Young, yeah.
And I feel she just needs to go to the children of human affairs,
yeah.
of even the Nigerian police, report your case, and they'll see how they'll trace the man. And at the end, is both of you just sitting down and having a one-on-one dialogue to see how you can really trash out the issues. Because, well, like we stated, it's really devastating that we're now being faced with a whole lot of broken homes and children always at the receiving end of it. This is a clear indication. I wonder how a 3-year-old baby would do without the mother's presence there. You know, if much as both of you are ready to have issues together, if both of you are ready to come together as one, you should also remember that children also play a pivotal role. And if you do not think of them in all of your issues, you might really be doing the wrong thing. But also, I'm a bit confused on what she said. She said she doesn't know the village of the man. Well, after 13 years in his house, come on, mothers, wives should do better. You should know where your husband comes from. Same also the men. You should know where your wife comes from, and you should know them down to their very villages. And that's the best thing to do. He knows you do not know there, and that's why he took them there. But please, we'll also plead on behalf of the woman. Please, sir, if you're listening and watching us, return these children, and both of you sit down and see how you can trash out issues.
Well, I feel in as much as she doesn't really know the man's village, well, the fact that she has access to the mother of the man, I think it's even a very easy way for her. Just go to the human rights, go to human rights or whatever. They will be able to trace the man's village. Well, I really hope that all of these issues is just resolved amicably. Yes, we need peaceful and fair resolution, especially for the sake of those innocent children. Well, away from that, so there's this story that stirred mixed emotions across the country. The father of the late Bilyaminu Bello, Alhaji Ahmed Bello Issa, has expressed happiness over President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's decision to grant a presidential pardon to his daughter-in-law, Miriam Sanda. Miriam was convicted for the death of her husband, Bilyaminu Bello, in a case that made national headlines years ago. Speaking in Abuja during a joint interview with Miriam's father, Alhaji Bello said his plea for mercy was driven purely by humanitarian reasons. He added that forgiveness and compassion should prevail even in moments of deep pain and loss. This is coming just when netizens are screaming that this is a pure injustice and unfair to the family of the victim. So this is really timely, and Nigerians are even praising, some Nigerians are praising the act of forgiveness, while others are questioning whether justice was truly served. Mr. Michael, was justice
served? You can't cry more than the bereaved.
Exactly.
So honestly, Nigerians coming out to say, well, the father is not taking the right step. Please just have a rethink. You can never cry more than a father that looks, the guy looks exactly like the father. The father had every reason to still feel the bitter pain, but he has let go of all of that. So who are you not to also let go when it doesn't even concern you? You know, his life. And well, that's how it is. Forgiveness is supreme. And that's why it's one of the basic fundamentals when it comes to God and man. So I will just plead with Nigerians, rather than throw aspersion on account of his forgiveness, please let it be, and let this family learn to heal and heal on time.
Exactly. I was about asking that does forgiveness really bring healing in cases like this?
It does.
It's interesting though. Thank God the man came out to just ease the whole tension.
Let him have inner peace.
Yes, he really needs to, and especially the fact that the woman has his children, so the grandchildren are still with this woman. So away from that, let's talk on the dark side of social media, which is cyberbullying. A sports journalist, EQ Annabelle, has opened up about how a wave of online abuse shattered her confidence after a photo of her with Super Eagles star Ola Aino, and Victor Boniface went viral. Annabelle, who is a Confederation of African Football, that is the CAF accredited journalist, revealed on her X handle that the cruel comments about her appearance left her emotionally broken and struggling with self-esteem. She said the experience brought back painful memories of bullying she faced in secondary school. Undoing years of effort she had put into rebuilding her confidence. And this raises serious questions about how do we really make the social media a safer space, Mr. Michael?
Well, anyway, it's all about us just putting up those laws there. And, this goes out to Meta and other major social media owners to see how they can bring down posts that are seen to be cyberbullying and also that seems to be unhealthy. Let them bring it down and see how they can correct all of that. And not just only that, but also sanction those that seem to always enjoy bullying others, always sending hurtful messages, making unnecessary aspersion, insults, and all of that. It's quite unhealthy, especially coming from, maybe when you were now being faced with a whole lot of issues, and when you go through your posts, it's only insults, people speaking ill about others. It gives you a cloud of uncertainty, gives you a cloud of, well, is it what is toxic?
Yeah.
That toxic nature. And sometimes it creeps into our individual character. You will see somebody that is always so bent on watching the social media begin to have a different characteristic from who you used to know him or her about. And this is where the problem lies. When we keep allowing issues being put on the altar of social media in a negative light, more needs to be done on that. And I feel the government and also the owners of these great social media accounts should also do more to help reduce the cases of cyberbullying.
Well, this is a really sad one, especially for somebody that is battling with self-esteem issues. Like, when she had to go through bullying in secondary school, and then now that she's supposed to be out of all of that, and then cyberbullying, exactly, cyberbullying. It's really sad. It's so disheartening. And our story is a reminder that words matter. This is what I tell people. Words matter. And that online cruelty can leave deep, lasting scars. Behind every screen is a real person. Because most times you see people on screen and all of that, you just feel like they're not humans. And then when I see some of those social media trolls, and then the persons are replying, and you get to hear comments like, you are a celebrity, you ought to overlook all of these things. Forgetting the fact that in as much as you see these persons on screen, they are real people that have real emotions.
And real issues.
Yes, they have real emotions, they have real issues. All of these things get to them. All of your words get to them. Please, let's do the calms when it comes to dropping comments and making posts on social media. So let me ask my audience this quick question. How exactly do we make social media safe? Should platforms do more to protect users, like Mr. Michael said, or does the change begin with us, the people behind the comments? Anyways, share your thoughts on our comment section of all our social media platforms. And remember, kindness costs nothing, but means everything. So away from that, this next story has everyone talking. And honestly, it's one of those you won't believe this category. So a man was left completely speechless after he gave money to a little boy who claimed to be blind, only to see that same boy a few hours later watching two rams fight. Yes, eyes open, totally focused on the action. The man couldn't believe what he was seeing and was torn between shock and laughter. Anyways, I would laugh too. Let's see the footage.
Shebi eyes dey pain you before. Shebi you know they see before. How you gonna see say ram dey fight? You dey see say ram dey fight? Eh? Amraku say. You dey see? See your eye dey open. You like you dey.
Yes, it's a very funny one. I was laughing, and I know you were laughing too, yes. But it raises serious questions about how many people pretend to be in need just to take advantage of kind people. Well, netizens had mixed reactions, and I always gather enough reactions for you. Let's see some of the reactions we got on social media. See what the nation has turned to, daily producing almajiri. Imagine these little ones acting blind just to feed for themselves and probably the family. If these kids grow up with this mentality, won't they join a bandit group if they have opportunity to? Well, that's a big question. That's why I have stopped giving money to beggars. We no longer know who is genuinely in need of it. I gave one man in suits money some time ago in a bus park. After a few days, I saw him in First Bank writing on a teller with so much cash in his hands. I just tire. This is interesting. If his giving is based on the belief that the boy is blind, he has the right to request his money back because the boy defrauded him, and that is illegal. Yeah, it is. I mean, miracles happen. Why can't they just believe the boy? Okay, that's a miracle. Let's see if we got more comments. It was at that moment he knew. Okay, interesting. I see. Them use ram set small baba up. Okay, at this tender age, this just tells you how begging is seen as a career in their parts of the world. A cost of your 200, you want cast my work. Funny comments indeed. I think we still have some. Man must chop, but you don't do that, defrauding people under pretense. Kids will always be kids, forgetting themselves while fighting over a ram. The money he gave the boy cured him. What's the issue? Okay. So Dicky, man can't resist. Interesting. He shouldn't be shocked. It is part of the hustle. He dey feel him. He's not seeing it. Okay, he was feeling it, not seeing it. It was a miracle indeed. So I thought we've got to admit, Mr. Michael, that the little boy miraculous recovery came at the most unexpected time.
All I can say, hallelujah, the boy can see.
I can see.
That's all I'm saying, hallelujah. Whether he saw before the money or he saw after the money was given, the important thing is, hallelujah, the boy can see. So that's the most important thing.
But the truth is, the thing just raises a serious concern about how people pretend just to get money. You see all of them on the streets, and that's why I even get scared of even giving money, because most times you don't even know this person might even be wealthier than you, Mr. Mike.
Well, I'm not looking at that side. I'm looking at the side of his age.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at.
But somebody sent them out.
Yeah,
They
that's
won't
what
just
I'm
go
saying.
out.
I'm looking at the side of his age.
Yeah.
A young boy of this age learning this, it portends danger for all of us in the future. That's all I'm looking at. I'm not even looking at he could be pretending he could, but his age is my fear. He's too young for this.
And the
And
other
it's
girl
quite-
defending him. Maybe
Well,
his
they've
sister.
been doing that since.
Like
And
she was
you
trying to
might
put
just be
off the
surprised
camera.
they are the ones that haven't feeding the family on account of this. So it's something that many Nigerians should really think about. And also the government should enforce the ban on street begging, especially children of such age. They should be in school rather than busy looking at RAM or trying to defraud Nigerians in that act of I can't see. You know, the government should do more. These kids should be in school. As of present, we have close to almost 10.5 million out of school children, and that's an account of how far and how really bad our push for getting these young persons back in school. If he's not in school, he'll be on the streets begging. But all I will say, hallelujah, the boy can see.
Hallelujah, the boy can see. But the truth is, I don't really know if anything was done in Delta State. You don't get to see all of these things in Delta State. But if you go to states like Edo State, just go to that Ramat Park, you see all of them, all of these kids. And I get to wonder, where exactly are the parents of these children? Like, it's alarming. Anyways, so to my audience watching, yes, what would you have done if you were in that man's shoes? Would you just laugh it off or confront the boy? And you know, you can engage with us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. Well, this is where we have to wrap it up on Trending because time is really not on our side. I had a super, super amazing time, and I know Mr. Michael had the same.
Well, anyway, it's always interesting, especially when we're having this time. and on Atlantic TV. And I know a lot of persons will be eager to see what we'll have to dish out for them come tomorrow. Hence, we need to go rethink, re-strategize, and come to your screen.
Yeah, I am Mercy Erebo, this is where I have to say, see you same time for another great edition of Viewpoints on Atlantic TV. Same time tomorrow.
Anyway, I'm Michael Gobadia. God bless you. Have a great day. And let's see how we'll do the same tomorrow. Bye for now.